The work of C. Edgar Patience can be found all over the Anthracite Heritage Museum in Scranton, as well as on display in museums and collections around the country.
We have called him a sculptor. We have called him an artist. But when I was dealing with the people at the museum, they have distinct classifications of people, and they consider my father a craftsman.
Notice before craftsman, Juanita Patience Moss called him her father. Now in her 90s, Juanita remains a proponent of her father's work. His sculptures, busts, souvenirs, and jewelry all made from anthracite coal. Much of the art was made by C. Edgar Patience in his workshop in West Pittston.
And the dust would be so thick, it would be like fog. I'd open the door and I'd call, "Daddy." I never went in, never went in there.
No.
And that's what killed him, all that coal dust. Destroyed his lungs.
C. Edgar Patience died in 1972, but his work is still studied by historians and art enthusiasts today.
This is the first item that you see in the Anthracite Heritage Museum because we use this to actually talk about the properties of anthracite coal.
Some of his art even demonstrates how this energy source and art medium is mined. Something curator John Fielding says was not an easy thing to do.
Anthracite coal, it's not really stable. It's very hard to work with, and one little error can ruin an entire piece.
Luckily for him, C. Edgar already had the patience to work with anthracite coal.
He loved his work, and he was patient with it. And when things did break, he just started all over again.
What he had to learn was perseverance, something he didn't have to look outside of his family tree to find.
From slavery, which was my great-grandfather, who ran away from slavery at age 17. Joined the Union Army, and the idea was to fight for freedom for his people. And that's what he did. So there's perseverance right there.
Patience then demonstrated perseverance with his work, setting an example for his children.
He loved what he did, no doubt about that. He never did anything else his whole life. He was always working with his father. When his father passed away, he continued to work.
And Juanita never thought about it this way, but says that perseverance was then passed on to her.
Perhaps it's genetic, who knows? I don't know. Yes, I had a lot of perseverance because I went back to college after being out for 2 years. How many years? 4 years, I think. I went back to Wilkes College, and I was probably the only married woman in the class at that time in 1958.
Perseverance is what Juanita says she wants her father to be remembered for. And we don't have to travel far to see examples of the perseverance of C. Edgar Patience right here in Scranton. Chelsea Strub, Newswatch 16.